When you spoke about numbers earlier, I didn't deserve to hear it then.
We weren't in business owner mode, just vibe mode. We were 2 weeks off opening when COVID hit, and then it was open, close, and I remember having tears on the gym floor. We've definitely had times when we've been just burnt out, I think, from working so much in the business and feeling frustrated from not being able to work on the business.
Yeah, I come back to clarity, vision and clarity.
Learning how to delegate and let go of some things.
Are you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a control freak are you, Chrissy? But we are mere weeks away from you guys hitting the $1 million run rate. How close is it?
Months. Weeks.
No, it's weeks.
No, it is weeks.
It's so fucking close, you guys. You've protected, you've raised $40,000 and you stood on land. Explain that for the listeners. What does that mean?
We're talking about $100,000 to revegetate a hectare of ruined rainforest. It's our big fuck-off goal for the next foreseeable future.
And then the fat that business is going to produce isn't going to just be to, laugh yourself to the bank. It's going to be to fucking rainforest. And the vision that you guys laid out in front of me, it's fucking ginormous. Why is this so important to you guys?
We want to make an impact.
Once you learn and go deeper into learning more about it, it's kind of like you can't unknow it.
What does the business look like now versus before you started with us? Adrian and Chrissy, welcome to the pod.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, that.
Thanks,
so
mate.
Are you guys excited or nervous?
Both.
They're both. Yeah, they're both. More excited than nervous.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, you guys have done some pretty cool fucking things. And look, we're in the middle of one of our VIP half days. So I flew down to Melbourne, hang with you guys. We've done a couple of hours so far. And then after this, we're doing a couple more hours. And we've already mapped out your $1 million plan. And now we're going to map out how you franchise this thing. Now, that's pretty fucking huge. Like when we first met you guys, I mean, you may not have used the word burnt out, but you were certainly at the point where you were developing some business skills.
Yeah.
Right? So this is obviously an unfiltered pod. Okay. I don't know if anyone's even listening to this thing. It's not live, so we don't have to worry about, anything like that. But it is unfiltered. So do you reckon we can kind of spill the beans on a few things? I'll ask some questions along the way.
Yeah. Drop it.
Yeah, man.
Drop it like it's hot.
So for the audience, explain who you guys are, your concept, and how savage you actually are.
It's savage.
Yeah.
Fucking oath, it's savage. Yeah. The training's savage. I'm intense. I don't hide behind that. But we are a hardcore group fitness facility operating out of the eastern suburbs in Melbourne. It's strength and conditioning. It's limitless in terms of your progress. We'll meet anyone where they're at. So, just yesterday we had a test day. I had Big Dean on 250 kilos, and in the same class I was teaching someone how to deadlift, and they've both still got journeys, ahead of them, Dean and little Betty, who I was teaching how to lift. I feel like it's intense, it's savage, and we're here for impact. At the end of the day, we built this around impact. That's why it started on human level and planetary level, and here we are. We're making an impact. We've raised $40,000 so far for the Daintree rainforest.
Well, hang on, okay, this is, you only just dropped this on me before we got here.
Yeah.
So
you asked us to drop bombs.
Oh, this is epic. So I just want to catch all that, right? So you guys, firstly, hectic strength group training.
Yeah.
When I say the word HYROX, what comes to your guys' mind?
We're the place to be.
You're the place to be.
Yeah.
You guys make HYROX your bitch.
It is absolutely our bitch. And we've had members lean into it from every level of fitness, from entry level fitness to quite high end athletic ability, come through our program, train at our training ground and succeed out on the race course. And it's an awesome opportunity to connect with, other people in the gym, go for personal goals on a personal level, but on a community level too. You're doing it as a team. You're getting incredibly uncomfortable. You're succeeding. You're feeling all those feels, and having the skills, the coaches, the program in here that we have. It serves for it.
It's legit too.
It's just
HYROX
the race is legit. So
HYROX is a running race.
Yeah,
that's what I heard the other day.
Yeah. So if you're on a program that doesn't run, you're not at the right place.
Right.
So we run every day. And we teach you how to run off the back of being beaten up off a set of something heavy. And that's essentially what it is. It's a tough running race. So you would want to be on a program that's at least running or incorporating running into the program.
But I think also the cool thing that happened when HYROX came to Australia is that we just automatically saw that as oh my gosh, our program is perfect for this.
Wow.
We're ready. And it speaks to our program setting you up for real world performance. Like it's the bread and butter of this is it gives you the ability to plug and play outside the gym walls in so many different ways. And it's just so cool.
So far, other concepts can say this, what you guys just said. Mm-hmm. Maybe not a savage in terms of the type of training. Your reels actually scare me. I think the part that I want to dig into, which I think is so fucking cool from you guys, is the planet stuff. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about that.
Well, what about our name? It starts there.
Oh yeah, Earth to Body.
Right? I don't know how many people actually think about, shit, it doesn't sound, if you just say Earth to Body off the bat, you don't necessarily think gym, right?
No.
But there's some sort of connection.
You think like a shampoo or
maybe,
a moisturiser.
Or a skincare, exactly, right? But there is a purpose behind the name. There's been purpose ever since the start, since the conception of this idea. So it started with the name and how can we connect our passion for sustainability and our passion for fitness and health into the one vehicle to drive change. And it started with the name and then that grew the concept from there. Yeah.
When did that start?
Oh, I reckon it was somewhere 2018, 2019.
And what was like what happened just before then? Like what was the moment that spawned this as an idea? Is there a story there?
I think there's a few moving parts to that.
I think it started when I went full time into fitness, watched a documentary called Cowspiracy and learned about the impact that animal agriculture has on the environment.
Yeah.
Since then, you embark on fitness and health full time, and I competed in a couple of bodybuilding shows. Wanted to adopt a plant-based diet and see what was possible, not eating meat and get shredded and ripped and do all that, which I did and loved adopting that as a lifestyle. So you go into a PT land and you build a database of whatever you're capped at in person, 30, 40 people, and realize, fuck, I can't really serve any more than this. I want to impact more people. And the idea of a group model comes about. I had some experience in various group spaces and just loved the community and doing something hard together. And the idea of that scaling was like, well, the sky's the limit in terms of what sort of impact we can have. And since then, our studio in Croydon has raised $40,000 and protected lands. We've stood on the lot of land up in the Daintree that we helped protect. And the idea of being able to scale that it's really exciting.
Explain that for the listeners. What does that mean?
Yeah.
You've raised $40,000 and you stood on land. What's going on there?
So we've got an alliance partner called Half Cut, Jimmy Half Cut. Look him up. He's just
Shout out to Half Cut.
Fucking epic human.
Yeah.
And he's collaborated with an Aboriginal corporation in the Daintree called Jubblebeena.
Yeah. And
they are acquiring lots of land and then revegetating that land. So land that's been destroyed from animal agriculture, farming, deforestation. So they acquire the land and then Aboriginal clans go back on the land and heal the country. So $25 plants one tree. We've been, We've been not gifted. We've been allocated a hectare of land, our Croydon studio, to revegetate and rewild. And that's our tangible goal for the next,
it's our big
however long it
fuck
takes.
off goal
Yeah.
for the next foreseeable future, few years.
Yeah.
I've got goosebumps. What's the tangible goal? Is to revegetate that
one hectare of land. And that's we're talking about $100,000 to revegetate a hectare of ruined rainforest land.
A hectare is about the size of a soccer field.
Yeah,
so
right.
In the scheme of things, it's not that big. And I think there's a story in that in itself, because you realize like just clearing it and just destroying it, it has a flow-on effect. And $100,000 just to revegetate a soccer pitch worth of rainforest, it's big, and it's going to take us years. So we want to make an impact and we want to do more. And being able to take our community up there as well. We're going on a Half Cut X Earth to Body Daintree tour in October, and we're taking our community up there, and they're going to be planting trees. We're going to be doing reef tours. We're going to be doing croc tours, and just connecting people with our mission. And that shit excites me. We have Bali retreats as well. We have good fun. We go and do our HYROX races and stuff. But for people that want it and really want to get behind our mission and ethos, we can get up there and connect them with the land and the mission. And yeah, it's exciting stuff. Yeah.
Why is this so important to you guys?
We just don't take for granted what we have, our health, and we need the planet to be healthy and to be able to exist. And I think we, like Adrian said, like we had a lifestyle change. We delved into a plant-based lifestyle. Once you learn and go deeper into learning more about it, it's kind of like you can't unknow it. And when we go and do things, we don't do them half-assed. So we went full ham, and pardon the pun.
I know. You went full tofu on it.
Full tofu. And then there's no looking back. And I guess butting off what Adrian was saying, like the outcomes that we're trying to achieve here through fusing our passion for human health with planetary health and bringing that into the model that we get to live and breathe and deliver on a service level to a community every day, it opens doors and opportunities for individuals within the community to look a bit further and learn a bit more about things, bigger world things outside of their own little
macros.
Yeah, outside the bubble. And even if people do come to us not even knowing or caring necessarily a lot about the whole sustainability side of the business, which isn't a loud part. It's there if you look for it, but we don't scream it out incredibly loud.
And was that intentional?
It's evolved. It's changed over the years. I think we started off very much, yes, earth to body, green, sustainability as the loud message, until we realised that our hardcore training style became the hero. And then we kind of just couldn't help but lean into that, and we got, louder and louder about that. And there's just not enough space to be loud about it all, eh? Or is there? I don't know, we've got a lot to say.
We're definitely at a I guess like a pivotal point where I feel like we can get louder about it, and we should. Like we started, and our Instagram page was literally 1/3 sustainability, 1/3 nutrition, 1/3 training. Like training is the heartbeat. That's what we do every day, and that's how we connect. But still, that was only like 1/3 of our messaging. And now that's we barely talk about the sustainability and the green parts of our brand. But I do, when you come now to advertising our Daintree tours and wanting buy-in from that part of our brand, and it's not as heavy as a Bali retreat, a HYROX race. It's like, there is people within our community that are interested in it, but it's not as big as the people that are there for fitness. So there's no exclusivity to it, but I would love to hero the fact that we are doing this, and people that are out there that want to be part of it, come on board, because it's an amazing opportunity where through Half Cut, there is an actual tangible outcome. We didn't set out to support the Daintree. That was something that came to us, or we found along the way. It was just, we knew we wanted to make impact. We knew we wanted to do something for the planet, and the opportunity to do that through land acquisition and rewilding in the Daintree is something that came later. And I think now that we've got that, let's hero it. Let's get it out there and connect people with that part of our mission.
And I think we do try to also challenge the idea that sustainability is soft as well. Like we said,
that's the biggest thing that I remember. Soph, we were at the. Were we at the office by then? I think we were at the office and Soph goes, check these guys out. They've just joined. Check out this reel. And it was this whole thing about sustainability is not soft.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking, you're throwing bars everywhere. And it was it was dark. Because your studio's it's quite dark, right?
A club.
Well, welcome to the jungle, mate. That's come in and immerse yourself in the hardcore vibe and hardcore training. But you just happen to be doing some good in the process because you're part of what we've created by default. And we tie that whole sustainability is soft idea. We tie that to doing hard things. So one huge fundraiser we do once a year in November over the long weekend, the Cup weekend, it's called 4x48. And we do one workout every 4 hours for 48 hours.
Oh my God.
And it's just lit. It is fucked up on so many levels.
It's the hardest thing. We do so much.
Sleep deprivation.
All year.
Oh my gosh.
It's
the workouts are crazy. And the workouts are just as hard as they are 7 days a week in our normal program, but we do it every 4 hours. And we have a pretty decent subsection of the community who commit to doing every single goddamn workout. And it's something else. And it's not just a fundraiser, it's connection, but it's tying that hard thing and that discomfort to something that everyone else might say is soft, the sustainability part, but it's just fusing them all together, and the outcomes are unreal. Not only on the individual, they feel like they've achieved something pretty freaking hard, and they grow from that, and they do it alongside people in the pain cave with them, but they're also actually saving plots of land up in the Daintree rainforest as an outcome. We get to celebrate that.
That reel that you speak about as well, that was like unintended, like shake up.
Yeah.
I was sitting in front of the camera with my content guy, and I'm like, I want to tell this story. I just couldn't get it out. I got frustrated. I'm like, how do we get from being a green gym to arguably Melbourne's most savage gym? How did that happen? And he captured it, put it on the hook.
That's it.
And it's true, man. It's a cool little story in itself. Like, we are a green gym, but arguably we're one of Melbourne's most savage gyms. It's one of the hardest programs. And
I just love that almost. It's just like you don't normally see that in the same thing. That collision of it's counter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
But not just cool, it's important. What did you guys do before this?
I was a nurse for almost 15 years.
Wow.
And getting to a point in probably the last few years of that career where I felt like, again, as I delved more into the world of like not just plant-based living, but like health a lot more, and also the benefits of like our lifestyle change, I felt that the stuff I was doing in healthcare was so reactive and
it's almost too late, right?
Too late. Whereas like now being on the other side where we can be proactive and prevent lifestyle disease, not react to it with a cup of pills every morning and surgery and all the other things. This just being on this side of it just feels so much more, I feel like I have a way bigger impact, and it just feels way more aligned internally.
Do you want to go backwards?
Yeah.
This way into the
His
body?
story,
I've done a bunch of different shit.
Have you?
Oh, yeah. Well, my first paid job would have been knocking on people's doors to see if they needed their cars washed. I did that every weekend, like primary school. I would go up to the intersections and wash windscreens. I busked. I had a little pup. I would come, little Sheba, my little lab, put a Christmas hat on her and busk with my didgeridoo or drums or whatever I wanted to bring along.
What the fuck?
What else did I do? My first actual employed job was paperboy. I was up on the top of Park Road in Mitcham selling papers to cars that were driving past. I then got into selling tools. I was in tool shops in high school. After that, I was a sales rep for one of those companies. And then I went and worked for myself. And that was maybe early 20s, 22, 23. And I've worked for myself ever since. So I run a business selling tools out of a van to building sites, manufacturing, whatever. Got sick of that because I didn't get paid. It was all account. And a few tradies did me over.
Yeah.
And so I wanted a cash business. And that was my last job, was catering, making wood-fired pizza. I was going to food truck parks, festivals, catering, whatever. And then through that journey, that business became a fully vegan wood-fired pizza catering business. And that took off. When I made that business vegan, like, how many vegan wood-fired pizza businesses are out there? How many vegan catering companies are out there? Not many. So if people were Google searching Melbourne vegan catering, bang, I was up there. And yeah, it took off. But it got to a point where Chrissy and I were like, maybe pizza isn't our jam. What do we do here? So we sold that. And then, yeah, it's been all in on fitness since, because that was when I was doing the shows and bodybuilding and whatnot. And that's the story.
So, okay, let's go to just before you came and knocked on our front door. Mm-hmm. What was the business like then?
Mm-hmm. Overall, if I can sum this up, the end goal didn't have a clear vision. Mm. And so having a vision, getting clarity on that, working out who in our team needs to be in what seat, designing a team, and getting clarity on our numbers. Mm. That was missing.
How did you know? Like, how did you know something needed to change?
Because we were ready. We felt ready for more growth and to drive this model so it's available for more people, but we needed a bit more of the how.
Right.
Yeah. And the systems. We're ready, wanted to learn, didn't know where to look.
And frustration.
Yeah, frustration.
Tell me about, okay, what's
Frustration.
why? Where?
You've got, you want to scale it. You know you're on a good thing.
Something, yeah.
And you're doing good shit. You can see that you're changing people's lives. You can see that you're impacting the planet in a positive way. But what are the tangible next steps that need to be taken? How long does it take? How much money does it cost? What are the playbooks? That's what was missing, and that's what we needed, and that's what we found.
But I think we also needed, what I've learnt now, and we'll get to that, but what do we need to do as leaders as well to drive that? Not just systems level, it's personal boss level CEO stuff. How do we need to develop, change, evolve, and grow ourselves to be the right people to drive it further and to the next steps?
Totally.
So what were the first big mindset or the business shifts that you've experienced so far since we've been hanging out?
For me, I come back to clarity, vision and clarity.
Thank fuck you said that. Because we talk about it all the fucking time, and I swear to God, some people think I'm speaking a different language.
Yeah. I think having an end goal, where are we going here? What is the vision? I think for me, getting clear on that, everything else falls into place and it lights you up. You're like, fuck yeah, this vision is real, it's happening. This is how it can happen. This is the timeline, these are the people, this is how much it costs.
But also
getting clarity on the vision.
And connecting with it daily as well.
If only it was a
changes
fucking
things.
non-negotiable. Yeah.
Yeah, it changes things.
What did it change? Just for because it's one of our five daily non-negotiables that we look at this thing 3 times a day, right? So you mentioned the clarity, which is part of the 300% rule, and you mentioned looking at it 3 times a day, which is part of the 5 daily non-negotiables. But some pricks still don't do it. Mm-hmm. So what did it change for you?
I think it keeps you aligned with your why. And, sometimes you do have days where you're just like, what the hell is that day? Putting out fires, whatever it is, you might get a bit lost in something. But when you can circle back to the reason you're doing this and what you're working towards, I think it's like a breath of fresh air in a way, and it just realigns you and puts you back in the mindset of where you need to be and what you need to do, to move forward and keep getting traction to where you want to go. I think for me, it's reconnecting with the why all the time.
We put 2 of our girls part-time as well.
Yeah.
So we learned quickly that you can't scale with a team of casuals. And I think that's, yes, in a pay cycle term, great, but it's more the mindset around who's casually rocking up here, or who's here and is part of our
Casually all in.
Yeah, that's right.
It doesn't really work, does it?
For sure. So,
It doesn't really work. What about a system? What is a system? I'll lead the witness here a little bit. You mentioned that you successfully do one thing every single day, and you're a weapon at it. What would that thing be that you learned when you started?
This shit is game changer. It fucking is.
Should we not tell them?
Well, yeah, Chrissy was a little bit skeptical on whether we share it or not, but no,
I'm
fuck
lost.
it.
I'm actually lost.
No, I know where it's going.
I know where it's going.
At the end of the day, if you come back to your core and you are here for service, you're here to help people, right?
100%.
And if there's other gym owners out there that are listening and this little bit of gold helps you, fuck it. Absolutely, we should share it. Sell by chat.
Boom.
Sell by chat.
You guys are
5 years.
Legit.
We just had our 5th birthday.
Congrats.
And we've gone through other various mentors, programs, whatever. You've sought help. You've
Agencies,
Googled, you've YouTubed, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You follow scripts, you get on phone calls. Hey, and that might work for people. I don't know, you advocate getting on the phone. For me, getting on the phone hasn't worked.
Yeah.
Sell by chat, on the phone, man, game changer. Yeah, a sale a day.
You're getting a sale a day off chat.
When we're on the money with it, it's a sale a day. When I say on the money on it, when you've bought back your time and you are in the right seat doing the right jobs.
But
it's a sale a day.
It's just there. It's just more about the other stuff that you're doing at the moment. But that is unreal.
Yeah. And I've grown to love sales, and I actually could say it's actually through Sell by Chat. It gives you time to, on a phone call, it's fast. This gives you time to digest, give it the right response. It almost puts it in slow motion. Once you've had reps with it at slow motion, man, I'm keen to get on the phone now. I've never been keen to get on the phone, but I want to get on the phone. Do you know what I mean? And I actually love the genuine part of sales. I'm not selling someone a shit car. So sales don't scare me. But I believe that I've been able to learn through doing it in slow motion on Sell by Chat, and I'm keen to get on the phone and do it at speed.
Because it's sort of at your own pace, right? You can get to control the pace a little bit. Now, for the listeners going, what the hell's he talking about? Explain Sell by Chat in a second.
In 1 second. Through whatever social media platform you're on, you have a process through that medium to sell your product.
Yeah.
Someone thinks you're a piece of shit when they land on your page, and your job is to get them fired up and ready to start your program.
And you do that every day.
Through that chat process, yeah. And it's genuine. If you're genuine, you believe in your product and you want to help someone, it's, quite easy. Yeah.
So the first big shift that happened was the clarity cranked around your vision, which you trigger every single day as part of the daily non-negotiables that we talk about in the academy. So that's the first thing. Boom. The second thing was like Sell by Chat. Sell by Chat is cranking for you guys. You're doing that, making a sale every single day. What's like the third thing, do you think, that has really kind of like primed you to the point now where we're talking about how we actually franchise this bloody thing?
Oh, can I say 2?
I'd love you to say 3.
Well, 2 that come to mind now, like systems-wise, well, Separation Sunday.
Oh, damn.
Game fucking changer. And deep work. And we love it so much that we share it with our team. We teach them.
Do you?
Yeah. We shared Separation Sunday system with the team and be like, this is fire for us. It sets our week up so differently. And again, it brings us back to clarity, right? And it just reflects and it speaks to where we want to go. And our week just runs like clockwork so much better when we've done that exercise. And we want to be able to share that for them to be able to execute what they want to as well and feel like they're winning the week. So that was a game changer for us. And yeah, like I said, deep work. I hadn't been privy to that concept before you guys. And if you really think about it, it's actually quite simple. It's working on, like for us, the constraints of the business in an uninterrupted atmosphere, when you're at your best, like when you're at your most alert. Like for you, it might be like 4 a.m, right? For someone else, it might be 3 p.m, whatever it is for you, uninterrupted, phone on, do not disturb, and you get so much done when you're clear, vision focused and uninterrupted. And I think those 2 systems that we've incorporated into us from a leadership perspective and just behind the scenes, game changer. And I love it. I look forward to it.
Same.
Yes. And if something gets in the way of it, I'm like, fuck away.
Yeah, same.
Fuck off, yeah.
Yeah, I love my deep work.
Yes. So, yeah.
What have you guys learnt about? So you guys would be at the top of level 2 in our program, okay? So we're at the point now where you're making profit, you're starting to build some systems in place, you've got some people in your business, okay? And now we're talking about team formation and how do we get them in the right spots, the right people doing the right things, producing the right results. This is where we're up to. And then eventually, like the next, when you're going to pop into level 3 is when we start, you've got a captain at the studio with everyone's got the right, like everyone has their KPIs. And then we get this thing to $1 million, which is, we just mapped it out just down on the whiteboard. How close is it?
Months. Weeks.
No, it's weeks.
Fuck, sorry.
It's fucking close.
No, it is weeks.
It's so fucking close, you guys.
And I think
you've got the pieces. You've got the people. You've got the pieces. It's just a decision now. What's the decision that needs to be made? Like, what are some of the decisions that we're making in real time? Like we've done half a VIP session. We're doing this episode. We're doing the other half after this, and then we're going for food.
It's understanding, which we do now, numbers, and I think we needed to hear that at the right time because we've been told it before, and big dogs know their numbers. And I'm ready to get crystal clarity, clear on our numbers, and segue what we did this morning into the real world, and knowing your numbers is also a game changer. It kind of comes back off Chrissy saying like, what are things like? You said deep work. You said separation Sunday. I think knowing your numbers too, like, and having a cadence on that, knowing what our revenue is, our profit is,
and bringing our team along for the ride. Yeah, we've got some cool things to share with our team with a lot of this back end work happening, not just from a numbers perspective, it's also from a vision perspective. And I think getting them as clear as we are on board with where we're going and where we want to go and our targets and our goals, I think will be a game changer. And we're excited to share that with them.
Now, I'm not going to extract that out of you because I know for the audience, this is, what day is it today? It's a Wednesday. In a couple of days' time, you're going to walk your team through this. So we won't break it live here. But I would love to get you guys back and sort of give us the recap on how that went, and just like maybe we can unpack what the actual vision is. Because you guys told me as soon as I walked in that room this morning, and I fucking told Nate as soon as he walked in, I was like, guess what these cunts are doing? It's pretty epic. Now, have you guys like hit rock bottom before? Have you hit burnout? Have you been anywhere near burnout?
Yeah.
I think we've had moments of it, yeah.
For sure.
There was a few rock bottom moments in COVID, as there was for everyone.
You would have, yeah.
But that's when we were opening the studio. We were 2 weeks off opening when COVID hit. So we actually didn't get to open when we were ready. And then it was open, close. And I remember having tears on the gym floor every time old mate got on the Channel 9 News and dropped a bomb. But nah, we've had, I think it's ebbs and flows, right? Like on the business journey, and we've definitely had times when we've been just burnt out, I think, from working so much in the business and feeling frustrated from not being able to work on the business. Mm-hmm. So learning how to essentially buy back our time and this is a growth moment, learning how to delegate and let go of some things.
Are you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a control freak are you, Chrissy? Be honest.
Oh, no, it's 11, man. It's so bad.
So so is everyone else, by the way. Like in the academy, like people like trying to break their fingers to get them off the emails. Where does that come from? And trust me, the audience is like, same. Like, so where does that come from, and what would be your advice for them?
Where does the control freak come from? Yeah. I think because it's your baby, right? This is our baby. It's like we live and breathe it. And I guess you get into that mindset of like, no one can do it as good as me. But it's bullshit. Bullshit. Right? And it's been proven bullshit because you give it, a bit of freedom or autonomy to someone else and you learn that it's possible that they could potentially do it better than you. And you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, so if I double click on that, right, when you find out that someone is better than you at something that you didn't want to let go of, what's the first emotion that comes to you?
Probably hurts the ego a little bit.
Does it?
But that's all right.
Yeah.
It's just freaking growth, man. And then I'm like, fuck, I can pass the baton on. Yeah. And then someone else can thrive and do it better than me and then hopefully teach the next one. Do you know what I mean? There's opportunity for growth for someone else and for them to make something their craft. And yeah, I'm all right over here after the ego punch.
When you go from hurts the ego to like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's like when someone, my team is way better than me at 99% of things, right? That's a fuck yeah. That is building a team. That's building a business. Because otherwise, if you can't head off to Bali or the Daintree and do something for a couple of weeks without your business still growing without you guys, you don't actually have a fucking business. It's still a jail. It's still a job. So like that can't happen without delegating. And then I guess, yeah, it's like, because even me being vulnerable here, like I always thought that it was because someone didn't have the skill on how to delegate. But once someone had the skill on how to delegate, why do they still not delegate? And I think there's a comfort level there. There's like it's uncomfortable to let go of the things that kept you maybe not happy and extremely fulfilled, but it was a known discomfort. Yeah. Does that make sense? So it's like, I know this level of pain and I'm sort of made it my home a little bit, which sounds a bit fucked up. But if I actually did buy back my time and give everyone else the things that I normally do, then what the fuck do I do? And then who am I if I'm not that person? This is the thing that we find with people at your level right now, like some on that verge of level 2 and level 3. That's why we say like the devil in the third level is the scariest devil because it's the two-headed devil. It's the people devil and it's the purpose devil. Now, luckily, we're here today because we're talking about how massive your future is right now for both of you and for everyone else, part of the Earth, the Body community. But without that, it would be hard to progress.
100%.
100%. And we're learning that as we go.
And so could you imagine, well, let me ask you, imagine for a second if you didn't have this vision that you have right now, which is most people, how do you think that would affect your day-to-day? Like if I ask you the question again, did you hit rock bottom, did you ever hit burnout, and you didn't have something that you triggered every day, how do you think that changes how you would operate?
I think burnout and rock bottom, I've been burnt out and recently feel close to burnt out. I don't feel like rock bottom though. So I feel like patience is also necessary in this process, and it's not for lack of a better way of framing it, fake it till you make it, but I've said all year, my team's success is my success. And I don't feel like right now it's there, but it's fucking going there. And if my team can step in and do the roles that I've been doing, like coaching classes and leading my community, and they're doing it as well as I'm doing it, that's my success. And I stand by that. Like I can't, and I'm seeing it unfold. Like I'm seeing some coaches step in and lead my community, and I'm fucking loving it. Like, but it's early and it does take time. So.
But if you didn't have the vision though, would you be this fired up?
You'd be constantly burnt out. But I have the vision though, so I can't be. What is it? Burnt out or
stuck?
No. Rock bottom. I can't go to rock bottom. I just can't. So I don't. I have no choice. With that vision, it's like there's no rock bottom. It's you're tired, but you keep going. But it has an expiry date. If you didn't have the vision, it has an expiry date.
Yeah, you can only
survive
spin for so long, right?
Yeah.
So the people that are kind of in the level underneath you guys, like level 1, which is where you guys started at the start, right?
Yeah.
There's a tendency at that level, they get overwhelmed easily, often, and they're not bad people at all. Like they're just at the start, right? They're like someone walking into your gym for the very first time. What would your advice be to those people to kind of get through that? What skills do they need to develop? What do they need to remind themselves that maybe you guys already have, so they can get to the next level, which is where you guys are at?
I'm going to get real basic here, but I'm going to go back to Separation Sunday for a moment because I sit down with my Separation Sunday plan and then I make my calendar plan for the week. And as basic as that sounds, blocking out the time for the things that are a priority, as well as like all the other things that need to get done, even if they're small jobs and they're big jobs, planning that time and then time capping it, because accountability loves a deadline, right? You stick to your own deadlines. The execution just happens with so much more flow. And for me, it removes the overwhelm, it removes the chaos. Whereas if I go into, and I have gone into a week without a plan, you don't even know what you're flipping doing every day. And then all you end up doing is putting out fires 24/7 and getting stuck on emails. That's not what I want my week to look like. I want traction. I want to make a difference. I want to continue working towards our vision. And so now that is a non-negotiable. As simple as it sounds, but the simple things, the simple changes, the simple implementations can have big results.
It's fucking awesome, man.
Anything to add?
I think if you are at burnout or rock bottom, it's a journey. It's absolutely a journey, and you should be ready to roll up your sleeves. And the systems and processes are there. Be patient. It takes time, but it's cliche, but you trust the process, and yeah.
You guys, what we've seen in you guys, in just, mere months is you guys have always stayed humble, and you've just been like some of our best students. Like you've been so coachable because you lean into the process. You come to the events and you execute, you implement. And we don't need to see you all the time on the calls because we know high performers, when we don't see them, they're doing the work. When we look at, when we do these VIP days and people talk about their goals, sometimes we just go, okay, well, here's how we map that out mathematically and also systematically. I don't always have the belief that it's going to happen though. I do with you guys. Now, we're not going to spill the beans just yet on what that big vision is, but we are mere weeks away from you guys hitting the $1 million run rate. And you've got everything you need. You've got all the pieces, guys. You've got all the pieces. The biggest thing that I have for you guys right now is you can't fucking stop.
That's all right, we won't.
There's no stopping.
Nah.
You can't stop.
Oh, no.
You've got to shut the doors behind you, right? So, Chrissy, let go of some stuff and shut the door behind you.
Yeah.
You do? Everything else is a distraction except for the current constraint right now, which is
Lead flow.
Everything else. I know you're building a sick potty studio, right?
The shiny things.
We will do an FB on there one day. But put that on the other side of hitting the milestone. It's not the milestone. It's the achievement for the milestone. You're going to put some people in place. They're going to need you to feed them. That's all you're fucking doing every single day. Every single day, you're chop wood, carry water, you're Goggin. You need to go full Goggin style on lead flow.
Huh? We fucking love Goggins.
I know you love Goggins.
Go hard, mate.
I've got Goggins up in our potty room.
Yeah.
You need to go full Goggins and carry the fucking lead flow boats.
You're speaking our language, so we can. We can.
Yeah.
It's just getting narrowed in on it, right?
Which feeds the next person. That person feeds the next person. And that only needs to happen. We mapped it out 87 times. 87 fucking times. And then the fat that business is going to produce isn't going to just be to, laugh yourself to the bank. It's going to be to fucking that rainforest. And the vision that you guys laid out in front of me, it's fucking ginormous. And I don't always get excited about everyone else's vision because I've got my own to get excited about. But then I heard yours, I went, what the fuck? And then he walked in, I told him, guess what these cunts are doing? They're doing one of these things and 50 of those things will turn into those things. It's damn. You have no other choice but to 100%. Get out of your own way.
100%. Yeah, you spelt that out. Get out of your own way. Yeah. Power to the team. Here we come.
Our vision's got to be big enough that our team's visions, they can see themselves in you guys. What does the business look like now versus before you started with us?
Oh, wow.
I think...
Well, just talk about Croydon. You can talk about Croydon. You go.
Well, team design has come into play. It's evolving and it's a work in progress, but we now have people... KPIs were never a thing in our business, I won't lie, before we came to you guys. And we learned that everyone in every single role in the business can have a KPI, and that shapes things in a completely different way and gives ownership to each and every person in the team. They understand what their role is to contributing to the larger goal. So I think that's been something that's been really effective and for all of us, and that includes ourselves, right? We're in that and not crossing over into control freak land and staying in my lane.
Clarity around being at capacity. You're at X amount of members when we join, and you'd be adding about 100 members, to our books. That gets us at capacity. But being at capacity is what everyone says a number in their head, but it's kind of blind. I want 200 members or I want 300 members. It's well, what is your capacity? How did you get to that number? It's well, we know what it is. We know how long it's going to take us to get there. So having clarity around that and a path for that is what we didn't have before. It was just a dream.
That's unreal. All right, to land this episode, what would your what would your message be or your advice be to you guys 2 years ago? Little Adrian and Chrissy.
Wow.
2 years ago.
I would have liked to have got out of my way 2 years ago.
Is that right?
Yeah, I would have.
What would you have needed to hear though for you to actually do that?
Well, I do believe I've spent a lot of time getting the product right. I've spent a lot of time working on Earth the Body, the product, and I do feel like that was necessary. So when you spoke about numbers earlier, and I said, oh, fuck, I've heard this before, but I didn't deserve to hear it then.
Oh my God.
And now I'm like, so my product needed to be ready.
Hang on, but what does that mean? You didn't deserve it to hear it then? What does that mean?
Because we weren't in business.
I don't feel like
business owner mode. We were running a gym.
Business owner mode.
We weren't running it like a business.
What mode were you in then, if not business owner mode?
Just vibe mode, mate. Come and have a fucking good time because we fucking provide a good time.
But everyone's in that mode, man.
Right.
Like until someone showed them how that there was a different mode.
Correct.
Fuck.
And for me, that was a big shift. Like, enter boss bitch and fucking leave over here just cheerleader. Do you know what I mean?
You have always been a boss bitch. You were boss bitch at the hospital, but it's different being the boss bitch of your own brand. You know, you're flying the flag of something we created. So that needs to be something that you're proud of, and that needs reps. So I feel like we've put the reps in now, and I'm proud of the product, and I'm happy, and I know it's going to fulfill 300 people and give them the best hour of their day, change their lives. And so if you believe that, well, now it's time to open more and give more people that opportunity. But I don't feel like the product was ready, and now it's ready.
And we're ready.
Yeah.
I'm fucking ready too. Let's end it there. You guys, fucking legends. Now let's do the part 2 of the VIP session. Let's go for some food. Thanks for coming on the pod, guys.
No
Thanks,
worries, man.
Doze.
Thank you.
That was good
Killed
fun.
it. You killed it. Thanks for tuning into today's episode. If something resonated with you, then do one of two things. Either leave a review or send this episode to a mate who's in the industry who might need to hear this. But if you want more right now, because your head might be spinning and you're like, all right, Doze, what the hell do I do right now? Then in the show notes, you'll find a link to where you can book in for a free 15-minute checkup on your studio, where we get to have a look at how you're going right now and where some of the kind of quick win opportunities are to get you moving faster. I can't wait to be back in your ears next week. And if you're listening to this right now, I want you to know that I love you, I appreciate you, I'm grateful for you, and I'm in your corner. You are on the right track and I believe in you. So keep going, and I'll see you next week.